also other people on the ground from the village, you know, everybody who virtually took part in the whole, you know, drive to get the people out, you know, and welcome the president.
Yeah, you know, it's not a one-man thing. It's not a one-man. So, you know, the president himself is also a mobilizer. Remember, when you talk about President Jammeh, even if it is not announced, when he's out, you see the love that Gambians have for him. That alone is one mobilization. The second thing is, for us, the one that we are doing is secondary. And exactly, I have to thank the people that were concerned at various divisions, various regions, rather, that went out to make sure that the people are really aware that it was true that the president is. Remember, there are so many, you know, talks before he leaves. Some people were just saying that he will not. In fact, after the first cancellation and the second one, say no, he's not coming. So I have to praise and thank the people that are within the regions, the mobilizers, and their committees, that the governors, the alcalis, the chiefs, you know, and all that participate to make sure that all the programs came successful. So actually I am thanking, and the groups that went with him also. You know, this time we went with a big turnout, and honestly, it was honestly good. Everybody was happy. The president, even the president, he was very happy. He was happy. You can see it. You know, there are a lot of new discoveries that were made during this last tour, and I think it's a successful tour. Yeah, sure.
Well, any last word?
The last word is to tell Gambians to heed to the, you know, message of His Excellency the President. He's somebody, he's not saying or talking about himself. He's talking about all of us. So we should give him that support. You know, both of us knew very well that the president can feed himself. What he's paid, he can feed himself. What he's having, he can do it for himself. You know, he's not selfish. He wants to share and care the people that he is leading. So, of course, yes, Gambians and non-Gambians alike who are living in this country, yeah, let them pay heed to his messages of grow what you eat and eat what you grow. Sure.
Well, on that note, thank you very much.
The pleasure is mine.
Mayor.
Thank you.
And APRC mobilizer.
Thank you very much.
The Vice President and Minister of Women's Affairs, Dr. Aissatou Saidi, has officially opened the 11th edition of the Roots Homecoming Festival at a ground ceremony held at the Arch 22 in Banjul. The 8-day festival provides an opportunity for diaspora Africans to reconnect with their brothers and build partnership with their African brethren, Mondialo reports.
Edition of the International Roots Homecoming Festival opened last night at a colorful ceremony at the I-22 in Banjul. The festival was first conceived in 1996 by the government of the Gambia and has since then sought to bring together Africans and their brethren in the diaspora to reflect on the horrendous consequences of the slave trade on the African continent and foster a new spirit of shared identity and cultural values. The celebration of this great day for Africa continues to be a unifying platform for Gambia and all people of African descent. Speaking at the gathering, the chairman of the organizing committee, in his welcoming statement, disclosed that it's now a turning wheel for Africans as the Gambia has seen an influx of Africans and Americans to the tiny village of Jufure to come back to their roots and celebrate what is now known as the International Roots Festival. The Minister of Tourism and Culture, Fatumas Job Jai, highlighted that the festival provides the opportunity to interact, exchange ideas and build networks that will not only generate unity and understanding, but affords the opportunity for Africans to reflect upon the common challenges and aspirations as a people.
The International Roots Homecoming Festival continues to be a unifying platform for the Gambia and all people of African descent. The Gambia, under the wise and progressive and dynamic leadership of our dear leader, His Excellency the President of the Republic, Chair Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya A.J.J. Jammeh, had long realized that we need to come together as Africans to develop the African continent and redeem the peoples of Africa from the scourge of war, from hunger, from disease, and from want.
Speaking on behalf of Africans, Dr. Julius Garvey, son of Marcus Messiah Garvey, reflected on his father's attempts a century ago to unite Africans and bring them back to the land of their origins. This festival, he said, provides the opportunity for those Africans who can to make that journey to the motherland.
I'm happy that you have organized this festival, which is a homecoming festival, and it is not simply about tourism, but it's about culture, it's about unity, it's about history, and it's about the spirit of Africa, because the spirit of Africa is what could not be broken in the Middle Passage.
For a man who is globally acknowledged for his resistance through music, Mutabaruka, a Jamaican musician, called for African unity.
This is the first time I have been to Gambia, and from the time of reading about Kunta Kinte, we have always wanted to come to Gambia. But we say in Jamaica, not happened before the time. We are very appreciative of the welcome that we get here.
Declaring the festival officially open on behalf of the Gambian leader, the Vice President and Minister of Women's Affairs, Her Excellency Ajah Dr. Aissatou Njie Saidi, described the Gambia as a haven of peace and tolerance that would always champion the much-awaited African Renaissance. Speaking on the theme of the festival, African culture, its challenges and prospects in the 21st century, Dr. Njie Saidi warned of the threats to Africa's culture both from within and without, urging Africans to critically reflect on the challenges ahead.
We owe it to our future generations to preserve those cultural values and norms that are pivotal, and indeed a pivotal part of our heritage, on which hinges our identity as a people and provides us with the strength, courage, as well as wisdom to continue to deal with neo-colonial nuances and hegemony that manifests itself in diverse ways and threaten our value systems as we march forward for political and economic emancipation.
Express the hope that this festival will spur Africans to rise up to their responsibilities and make a positive contribution to Africa's development. Mamadou Diallo, GRTS.
Journalists in the mainstream Gambian media have been honing their skills in a bid to be more involved in issues relating to gender-based violence. The training is being spearheaded by the Women's Bureau and the UNFPA as part of a capacity building program. The two-day interactive session is, among other things, meant to embolden the message that gender-based violence hinders women's advancement. Fatma Simaha has more.
Capacity building workshop is part of an ongoing media support and capacity building initiative under the auspices of Women's Bureau. Media is a powerful tool in fighting gender-based violence, since it does not only report on society but also helps shape public opinion and perception. The main aim of the workshop is to broaden the understanding of media practitioners on gender-based violence, the different forms it takes, as well as to highlight gaps in preference, data prevention responses, supporting and treatment. According to officials, this training is timely as journalists will now partner with the Women's Bureau in the quest to eradicate gender-based violence.
The communities, the population at large, did not have confidence in the police, because the police, according to research and what was happening, they were gender biased, because when women come to them, their cases are not taken as seriously as they should or taken as family matter. And on another case regarding gender-based violence, from the level of our tradition, women are even punished for reporting cases, as they say in our local language, amansuturosoto.
The Women's Bureau boss also noted that progress has been made with regards to gender-based violence, but believes more need to be done by the media to increase the visibility of key issues and informing the public hereon, as well as effecting change in perception.
The district tribunals also, because all the chiefs are men. We are not saying that all the perpetrators of gender-based violence are men, but the majority, let's face facts, the majority are men. And then when these things go to the chiefs, the district tribunals, they should really be the alcalos, all that our traditional administrative structures, they should really be informed, including the women leaders. Because you see, with the Women's Act, desensitization was